still on State Route 442, as we will be for the remainder of the tape, and we're just to the west of Edgewater, Florida. This is the slurry seal section of SPS 3. Pulling on up. I'm not going to fill out a distress survey form on this because we don't have traffic control. We have a curve back behind us, but we have somewhat less distress here than we did on some of the other ones, as well, or so it appears at this point. The alligator cracking isn't as wide, at least in here, as it seems like it's getting back out. We have it in both wheel paths, and it's around 3 feet wide in the inside wheel path, around 2 feet wide, about 1.5 feet or so wide in the outer. We've got 2 patches, or 2 areas of patches, 3 actually. We've got this one here, which is about 2 by 1. Got another longer patch here, which is about about 15 feet long by about, on the average, 2.5 feet wide. We've got another smaller patch that's about 2 by 2. These patches are in, the smaller ones I would consider low severity. We've got one area here on this patch, which would be and then back on that one over there. They're actually more patches, but these 3 patches run together, as you can see. See a spalled out area at the edge of the patch over there. Okay, we start losing the distress in the outer wheel path here. And in the inside wheel path, it really kind of comes in towards the center part of the lane. It gets to the point there where it's kind of a toss-up between longitudinal and alligator cracking. I would continue to follow alligator cracking if I were doing a survey on this. We've got transverse cracks in here as we did before, but they don't appear, at least, to be as frequent as we saw on the previous test section. We've got some high severity lane edge drop off here. This will have to be something that they repair as they are going through and doing the preparations for the overlay. And since we don't have any cores, what I'll do is just stop here and show you what we have here. You can see the asphalt thickness. I don't have it perfectly straight, but what you see in there is we have about 1 5/8 to 1 3/4 inches total of what appears to be asphalt concrete, and that really is what is shown on the plans, because even though it indicates 1.25 inches, it's double bituminous surface treatment on top of the lime rock base, and you can see that that's what we have too in this picture. And in something like this on the side view, you're not going to be able to distinguish between the asphalt concrete and the chip seal. Actually, it's a 2-course surface treatment. That's around station 2 plus 60, by the way, where I was showing that. Okay, we've got cracking over most of the width of the lane in here. Most of this cracking is really, we had some moderate severity back there, but we got into some more low severity up there between stations 2 and 3. And then we pick up some longitudinal cracking, which is moderate severity down the center of the lane, intersected by some transverse cracks here. We've pretty well lost a lot of the alligator cracking. We start picking up what appears to be some longitudinal in the inside wheel path here, but we don't have any in the outer wheel path. There's some longitudinal cracks not extending down the length of the roadway. That dump truck, by the way, is coming out of a borrow pit back there, which is about 1,000 feet. Oh, It's about 500 feet up from the beginning of the overlay test section. Any of them coming this direction are going to be loaded too. Okay, in this area between stations 4 and 5 we have very little distress. We have some transverse cracking and inside wheel pads, some occasional longitudinal or low severity alligator cracks, but nothing in terms of extent like we had before.